This is Jackie Helvey, and I'm here with Natalie Knox, who is the director of Frank Gallery. And we're so excited. We're sitting here in this empty space because they haven't moved yet. Right now they're at University Place, but they're going to be coming here. How soon?
Our plan is to open here beginning of April.
Oh, wow, that's really soon. Thank you so much for meeting with me.
Thank you for taking the time to do this. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm thrilled that you guys are moving here because I just think it's going to be a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Because you guys have a gallery that's, a step above, I think, fine art gallery, which will be a perfect fit for Carrboro. We have a lot of little shops and stuff with really cool stuff, but what you guys are bringing is different.
We're excited. We like to present ourselves as a fine art contemporary gallery, and we're really excited to have these neighbors. Women Craft, and like we're talking about Peel, this and that gallery, the North Carolina Crafts Gallery. So it feels like we're making this really strong arts district.
Right, from $5 to $50,000.
I know, we got a range for you.
Yeah. So how long has Frank been in business?
Frank's been around since 2010. So this is actually going into our 12th year. 12th year.
Is that right?
What year are we in? We're in 2023, so technically our 13th year. Yes,
wow.
That's right.
That's great. Now, how many, you guys are are you an artist co-op or?
Yeah, we're like a collective model. We're a very unique structured organization in that we are a fine arts gallery as well as a nonprofit organization, and we're a collective model, meaning we have 24 member artists who are all local, and they volunteered working shifts, and but they get space in the gallery. But unlike a true collective that only shows members, we also have a lot of guest artists that we're constantly rotating in and out. So we have 50, 60 guest artists that we invite.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and they're usually local or regional.
Right.
So it's kind of like a uniquely structured organization, and then we have our outreach component too.
Yeah, that's really a cool thing. I interviewed Naris Levy several months back, and she was telling me about the students that you have there. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm sure now at this point everybody knows Naris, right? She's like
I would think so.
She's like a Chapel Hill Carrboro institution.
that library, man, she was like a bulldog with that thing. Yeah. She was not gonna let go. So it's wonderful that they're finally building
she's super passionate, a really warm person who has she just wants to make this area a better place.
Right.
So Naris and some volunteers, like Fran Hammer and another one of our artists, Susan Feiner, have been working with Burmese refugee students. They're part of the Karen tribe, and they are, a lot of these kids were born into refugee camps. And they've been working with Frank for 11 years. Naris and Fran especially have been working with this group of kids, and as they've graduated high school and gotten older, they've moved out and new students have come in. But it is pretty amazing what they have accomplished with these kids. They meet with them every Sunday. During COVID, they were meeting outside and just doing art lessons. And some of them are super talented kids. A couple have gone off. Latu Bo, who has been a student of the Karen Youth Art Group for many years, he's since graduated from UNC Greensboro in fine arts, got his MFA, and then he is now teaching, doing art. He's also helping with the current youth group. And another student is about to go to UNC Chapel Hill in August, so and study art. Right. It's pretty amazing what some of these kids have accomplished, especially from where they were born.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to expand the group and work with different groups of people, since there's so many refugees that are coming to this area. So it's pretty amazing to watch what they do and how far the group has come.
Well, it's just a fabulous idea to,
Yeah.
I mean, these kids, I can't even can you imagine being born into a refugee camp? And it gives them an outlet to express their feelings and
Yeah.
everything. That's just wonderful.
Yeah, I think
what a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it really is. And I don't, and, you know, I think that sometimes we think of art from like almost a superficial point of view, like it's just here to decorate your house. And it's so much more than that.
Right.
You know, it does enhance, of course, one's surroundings, but it also brings so many emotions.
And you have a piece of the person who created whatever it is.
And that person has a story, and that person has a method, and they have reasons behind why they did something. So it's also such a release to do art and to make art. And
Therapeutic.
it's very therapeutic. And I think especially during COVID, it's been really amazing to see all the artists that we show. Rather than shutting down and being so insular, they've really been expressing themselves with their art and changing what they do. And, you know, being able to explain that to our public, I think is a really powerful thing. I always like to think of ourselves as an approachable place for people to come see art. I think there's this apprehension that some people may have.
Well, some galleries are very stuffy.
Very
you know,
stuffy.
they turn their nose down at you when you walk through the door if
Yeah.
you're not, you know, in jewels or
Yeah, and don't have $20,000 to spend, but it's, I think art is really for everyone.
Yeah.
So if I see somebody at the door who's unsure if they can come in, I'm like, hey, come in.
Yeah, that's great.
And I'd like to explain to people what there is that they're looking at, and so I try to like think of us as an approachable place for people to come and see art. And a cool part is that our artists are there often, so they can talk to the audience, the customer, or anybody that comes in about their art.
Right.
Which is pretty cool to be able to have that ability.
Now, you guys have openings every month, right? Is
Yeah.
that every month?
Yeah, it's every other month.
Every other month. Okay.
So in our University Place location, we have shows every 8 weeks. So we switch out our shows every 8 weeks. So when we set up a show, we have an opening reception. And then the following month, we had been doing artist talks. In this space, we're gonna make the shows 6 weeks long. So
Okay.
we'll have more of a frequent turnover of
Right.
shows.
Hanging a show is such a chore, man.
I know.
I don't envy
I will
you
say-
that.
Yeah, I will say I am the only paid full-time employee, but her artists volunteer so much of their time to working in the gallery and working on different committees. Like Luna Lee Ray is our head curator, and she has the hanging committee, which is her team of people that
Oh, nice.
that change out the exhibits. I do like the minutia of it, but they get all the credit for exhibiting hanging the work and curating it. And they do an awesome job. It's such a well-oiled machine at this point,
Right.
so they do a really nice job. It is a lot of work though.
Yeah, it is. For years I was on the arts committee here in Carrboro, and one of the tasks that I took on was hanging the shows. And boy, that's a thankless job.
Yeah.
So you don't just have paintings at the gallery. What else do you have?
We have a lot of different things. Thanks for asking, Jack. we have a lot of ceramics. As everybody knows, North Carolina is really famous for their ceramic artists. We have a lot of ceramics. We also have some glass pieces. Especially in the last year, we started carrying some glass work from artists from Starworks,
Oh.
which is a really awesome organization in Star, North Carolina.
Huh. Where's that?
It is, on the way to Seagrove. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but they have this awesome, huge facility that they use for making clay and selling clay.
Uh-huh.
And then they started doing glass blowing in there. So
Oh,
they
that's
have,
so cool.
yeah, there's a lot of super talented glass artists there, and you can go and visit. And I believe that they do glass blowing, and there's a bistro in there, like a little cafe in there.
Oh, how
so you can
nice.
have a beer while you're watching them blow glass. So we've been lucky enough to carry some of their glass artists. I digress. We have wood sculptures and jewelry and furniture.
Wow. So, you guys, when do you plan to like have your opening here? Are you gonna have like a big
Yes, we want to have
thing?
a big old grand opening. We want to have a special opening for some of our new neighbors once we get in this space, and then we want to have a grand opening that's going to be a public party, and hopefully we're planning to do that at the end of April. But we
Cool.
shall announce it all very soon.
Right. Well, it looks like, I mean, has been some progress made here, but it looks like there's still a lot to do.
Yeah, there's still some work to do. But everything's been moving along pretty swimmingly, and we have a good plan of attack for the next couple weeks, and working with Trosa for moving.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're an awesome organization. And we're just really excited. We're excited to have these new surroundings, to have a storefront.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be able to see the sun.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of construction going on at University Place currently, so it'll be nice to have more liveliness with foot traffic in this space.
Yeah, there's a lot of foot traffic in Carrboro.
Yeah, we're next to so many great things.
Yeah.
And restaurants.
Yeah. So your next opening you're not gonna have another opening at the other place. It'll be here.
We're done with events at our University Place location. We just had our last event was our Coffee with Frank. So this is a series that we do every first Saturday of the month. We have coffee and donuts in the gallery.
So are you gonna be doing that here also?
We'll be doing that here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Not sure. We might. We haven't decided about if we're having one in the beginning of April yet, but
Yeah, that might be a little hard to
might be
do.
a little hard. But beginning of May, and they've been really fun. They're just like a low-key kind of informal informational session. So this last one we did was about cold wax medium and encaustic. And
Oh, nice.
they're free to attend.
Is Peg part of that?
Peg wasn't part of this one, but we did show some of her pieces in it. It was Carol Rich Bogart and Shelley Hegenberger.
Oh, okay.
She's like the cold wax queen.
Right. Peg was a teacher, taught my kids over at Frankfurt
lovely.
Graham.
Yeah,
years
she's
ago.
such a lovely.
Yeah. And oh gosh, some of her paintings are just
Amazing.
gorgeous.
And she does cold wax and caustic wax and acrylic painting. So she does all of it. And she does it all really well.
Speaking of Naris, she also has such a unique look and style to her paintings. It's
true.
like
And
nobody else I've ever seen.
Yeah, you know what's so cool about so many of our artists is that they're like constantly evolving and changing, and kind of, you can still see them in it, but it's just like so fun to watch their work change.
Right.
And every time there's a new show change, I always think of it like it's kind of like Christmas, because you have no idea what to expect. I mean, Luna does an insane job of curating it. She does such a great job. But Naris has like a very stylistic, almost kind of graphic quality to her pieces, which are mostly done plein air.
Right.
So it's neat to see her work.
Now, are you guys going to be participating in the second Friday Art Walks?
Yes, that's our plan. So we want to be involved with those. So we're trying to plan our openings around the second Friday.
Yeah, that
time.
would make sense, so
Yeah.
you don't have to do two separate things.
Yeah, and it'll be nice to, we feel like we're going to be in an arts community now.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to have all of these locations kind of having an opening or, participating in Second Friday.
Yeah, 'cause I know I spoke with, my last interview was with Jerry Lynn Schulke, and she was really all about getting the second Friday Art Walk up on its feet again.
Yeah, we had a discussion with the town the town of Carrboro too about getting that back moving.
Right.
And I think that we're all aboard.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so once you get in here, what are your hours? Have you decided what they're going to be here yet?
We're going to try to stay open later than we typically are in University Place. We close at 5. You know, everything, we kind of pride ourselves in that we were really consistent with our change of hours during this like COVID era and post-COVID era. But
well, and around here, the traffic is after 5.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean, there's so many wonderful restaurants around here that are open. So our plan is to, I believe, to be 11 to 7.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Those are good hours. And then on the art walk, you'll just stay open later for them, because I think that lasts till 9 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just close down the place.
Yeah.
Art slanging. Yeah.
So is there anything else that you'd like to talk about?
You know, we're just really excited about this new chapter in our lives here in the Chapel Hill, Carrboro area, and we just really want everybody to come and see us and see our new space. And you know, just a couple more weeks probably left at University Place, and we are offering 10% off everything in the gallery until we move. And we're just encouraging people to come and see us.
And for those who may not know, this is the former location of Cameron's, which was an institution in this area for decades. It's right next to Hickory Tavern. Wonderful space, and I'm sure you guys are going to be so happy once you get all moved in.
Yes, we feel like we've been left in like really good hands with Cameron's being our predecessors in the space and being next to so many great restaurants and, you know, all these galleries.
Bars.
I mean,
get
it'll
those
be nice.
people drunk and bring them in the gallery.
That's the best way, because things are final sale.
Yeah.
Get people liquored up and have them buy art. That's our motto. That's our mission statement. No, but you know, just having a liveliness again. It's just like even sitting here right now and watching people walk by.
I know, I can see them behind me.
Yeah, it's such an exciting opportunity to like serve more people and show them how many talented artists there are in this area.
Yeah, and open up to a whole new audience.
For sure.
You know.
Yeah, so it's we're excited about all the potential opportunity we have and to grow.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to see you again, and you'll be seeing me because I hang around at the bar next door.
Nice. You know, it's so funny. I didn't realize how popular Hickory Tavern was, but when I'm explaining to people where we are, I say Hickory Tavern, they're like, gotcha.
It's a big sports. People go to watch sports there a lot, but they've got a really good menu and everything too.
I'm looking forward to maybe they'll let me sneak a beer over every now and then.
Your blue, or is it a red Solo cup?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We'll class up the joint.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Natalie.
Thank you, Jackie.